Greetings, programs, and welcome to ArcNeo Reviews. And today we're going to be taking a look at one of the things I was the most excited for in this whole Siege line. We're going to be looking at deluxe class Impactor. And really quick right off the bat, this is the Impactor that came on his own. There's actually two versions of Impactor. There's this one, obviously, came on its own, just go buy a deluxe class. But then there's also the Versus pack that comes with a transparent, like completely transparent version of Mirage, a recolored version of, I want to say it was Cog, but one of the Battleizers recolored, and then it actually came with a IDW styled version of this guy. So, mainly it just means he has a different head, and that version, funny enough, is a Decepticon, whereas you can kind of see here poking out, this is the Autobot version. And, he's got a little bit different paint apps on him, but for the most part, it's the same figure, just different head, different faction, but same kind of purple and orange tank guy here, so just kind of get a nice view of him here. You can see he's got, the siege scraping going on around his completely fake treads. He's got these little roller wheels down here. They don't roll the best, but whatever. I'm using a bed sheet as a tablecloth here, so I can't really roll things very well anyway. Some really nasty looking hooks up here. You can spin the turret, exposing a massive gap right there if you go too far, but the turret is aimable. You can point the gun up and down, for, the basic stuff you'd expect out of a tank. And, yeah, anyone who knows me knows there's like 2 characters, maybe 3 characters I sort of collect on and off in Transformers. But I also just collect tanks. So if I find a tank transformer, I will get it. Clearly, I found a tank transformer. So, for transformation, what you're going to want to do is pop off this weird little spear gun. Yes, it's spear hook gun thing. I don't know what to call it. I guess it's from the comic. Then you're going to want to come up here, flip this over, just kind of get it out of the way. Back here, these 2 sections, what will become his feet, they've got a little hole right here, tab there, so they peg into the back pretty snugly, actually. So just go ahead and flip those out. Then rotate them all the way down in what is one of the strangest leg transformations. Go ahead and fold them back up, and since we're down here, just go ahead and pop out his feet. We're going to take this whole section, fold it up, snap it into place, get it so whole lower body's done. So if you want, you just stop right there, have a walking tank, because it's a Transformer. We have to have the obligatory Gerwalk, and this guy actually does it pretty well. But to actually finish transformation, you're going to want to pop up this panel. I find it's easiest to do if you just reach up underneath between there. Pull these apart and get this gun out of the way. Then reach up under here. These will rotate out to come to the shoulders. So you can flip this all the way down. As you saw, it had a little tab that just flip down to the hole there. Fold open here, and his head can be a little bit tricky to get out. I have actually technically pushed this back farther than it's supposed to go. But there's a little ridge there on his helmet. You can kind of get your fingernail in there, get his head out. Then just get the arms in place. Flip out his hands, actually turn his arm the right way. Actually turn the arm the right way. I am doing everything wrong tonight. And there you go. You have Impactor, and I absolutely love this guy. For one, I love just his default stance is that. And that is like one of the coolest things I've seen. This guy just, for being a deluxe class, he's got presence. You know, the colors, the stance, he's just really cool. The legs actually kind of remind me of a Combiner Wars figure because they are soft ratcheted and they go straight from here to there. And anyone who messed with at least all the Combiner Wars leader class figures, that's what all their hip joints were like. So they'd ratchet straight and then way too far out. But this guy at least has the ankle joints to make up for that. So, articulation-wise, it is on a ball joint, so you get a little bit of wiggle. Basically no up and down, though. It's pretty tight, but you can spin his head, you know, whole way around. Shoulders, full 360, bicep swivel, 90 degree at the elbow. Little bit of wrist there if you need it to be. It's more for transformation, but it's still usable. So, whatever. Nothing at the waist, unfortunately, but you can untab this and give him a waist crunch, which I do like doing, actually. And get some kind of cool poses out of there. The ratchet will go this far out on the leg. The ratchet's actually quite a bit tighter on the left leg versus the right leg on mine. But, you know, goes out, you know, just shy of a full splits. Like a click short. Forward all the way, back all the way. Not quite 90 degrees at the knee, but pretty close. You know, swivel right there just above the knee like you'd expect. You know, pretty standard, you know, articulation. The ankle does tilt in and out all the way if you need it to for whatever reason. And, you know, wiggle the toes or whatever. But yeah, this figure is just really cool. So, really quick, you know, he's covered in, you know, siege ports as you'd expect. You can even flip his hands around, turn them into other siege ports if you want. And actually what the instructions have you do, and I guess this is comic accurate, I wouldn't know, I haven't read the comics, but this is what I've seen and heard. You can take this little gun, use that back peg there, and give him a hook hand. Then you can either put this gun in his hand on one of the million, you know, ports all over him. I tend to stick it up here, give him a big, you know, kind of double blaster thing. But yeah, for being just a deluxe tank, because you know you don't normally see deluxe class tanks. Normally tanks are at least Voyager size. This guy really, really pulls it off. And just for a quick size comparison here, throw him next to Skywarp. So you can see how it is with one of the Siege Voyagers. And just because I like putting him in front of the camera, Overlord. Because Overlord is still probably my single favorite figure. Someday he will be reviewed. But yeah, overall, Impactor is awesome. Like I said, this version has a different head compared to the one that comes in the Versus pack. The Decepticon one, I'll just throw up a picture here, but it's got more of a rounded designs, more based off the IDW head, where this one, as I understand, is the Marvel comic head. But either way, you can't go wrong. He's an awesome figure, definitely worth your time. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.